Well, now, while the people of Telangana have been suffering due to the incessant rainfall and failing infrastructure, politicians are resorting to what, well, they do best: politics. Congress and the BRS are at loggerheads and protesting against each other time and again. The Congress cadre staged a protest against the ruling BRS over an alleged mismanagement and failure to deal with the flash floods and, the damage that has been caused due to rains. Several Congress leaders marched towards Hyderabad municipality office. They voiced their anger and their opinions there. The police officials present even detained all the Congress leaders and shifted them to the police station. Now, as far as the BRS, they didn't want to keep quiet. The BRS was quick to react with a counter-protest. Protesters, of course, then started to shout slogans. Now, posters they held up which read that the Congress Malkajgiri MP Revanth Reddy is missing, they say. From 2020 Hyderabad rains and even during 2023 Hyderabad rains, they've somewhere said that Malkajgiri, which is of course a suburb of Hyderabad, that's where the problem lies. The BRS says in 2020 during the Hyderabad floods, Revanth Reddy never visited a single area, and even today from last 1 week, the Malkajgiri area has been having severe rains, but Revanth Reddy has not visited his own constituency and is missing, is what they have maintained. Now, while we look at all the drama that's unfolding here, this is, of course, much more than just the rains. There's a lot of politics. It's also election season in Telangana. And that's where we open this up to our panel of guests who are joining us. Hamsa Devineni from the BJP, Samaram Mohan Reddy from the Congress party, and also Ravula Sridhar Reddy from the BRS joins us. Let's, in fact, open this up and ask, firstly, the Congress and the BRS, which, of course, today have been at loggerheads. Now, this is an issue where people are suffering. Is this a time for protest, really? I want to ask both the Congress and the BRS because we've seen protests from both the sides. Let's open this up with the Congress first.
Yes, it is
Mr.
very
Reddy.
important to highlight the grievances faced by the public in Hyderabad. Hyderabad being the heart of Telangana, year on year, the grievances are being piled up. And it can be, seen on the social media platforms through the grievances or through the posts which are being, posted by the public of Hyderabad. See, what has this BRS done in the past 9 years to the Hyderabad infrastructure? In fact, they neglected the previous infrastructure, which has resulted to such waterlogging or stagnation or the damage to the properties of the public, which has caused so much of inconvenience and which is increasing year on year. So what have they done? So before GHMC elections, this same BRS party has come up with a relief fund of giving 10,000 rupees. Later on, after elections, they have, rest in peace with applications and throw them into a dustbin. That's another part. But why? Why are they not coming forward to help the people who had lost their properties, who are lost? So this is our question. This is the demand. That is the reason we have given a call there at the Dharna Chowk, and we have marched towards the GHMC office. And in fact, the reels which are showed, the plate which was played in your episode just before start, saying that, Malkajgiri MP, who is also the PCC chief of Telangana, he is in parliament now. In fact, all these protests are being running in the direction of PCC Revanth Reddy garu. In fact, he is doing, double responsibility. Being an MP, he is addressing the grievances of the public in his parliament as well as Hyderabad as well as state. On the other hand, he's fighting on national platform as well. This is all the drama being played by BRS party.
Okay.
Nothing else, Mr. Deepak.
Right. Let's get in an opinion from Mr. Sridhar Reddy as well, because, it's all drama is what the Congress maintains, but even the BRS was out there on the streets protesting.
No, we are not in protest or something. We are here busy serving the people across the state. All our MLAs, ministers, and all public representatives of BRS party are assisting the government in supporting the people in the areas where it is flood hit. So it is Congress party who is trying to do politics during this kind of floods and all that stuff. Basically, when such things happen, the political party says, okay, you might ask us, you might question the government, but where is Mr. Revanth Reddy? That is what the people of Malkajgiri are asking. Though he is a member of parliament, and his parliament segment also got flooded. Many areas in his parliamentary segment also got floods. So he is supposed to be there, not only now. From the day he is elected as a member of parliament in Malkajgiri, he never got there, never went into the constituency, never addressed any public issue, never bothered about the problems of the people who have voted him. That is what they are asking. Number one. Number two, there are many people who are, Congress party or BJP is questioning us what they have done. When these kind of rains have come, definitely it is bound to happen. The floods will come, but definitely in which way? How the government has responded, how the machinery has responded, how we have deployed teams to assist people, that matters a lot. Especially in Hyderabad, we have taken this strategic Nala development plan in the past 2 years. And by spending 1,000 crores, close to 1,000 crores, we have enhanced nalas, we have built new connects to ensure that there are no places where there were too much of inundation happens. We have ensured that it is arrested. We have a second phase now is planned for the SNDP 2 with rupees 5,000 crores, both in Hyderabad as well as the surrounding urban local bodies. So government is doing its part. But especially when such excessive rains happen.
But as far as, especially when you consider the Hyderabad region, the BJP is a big player. And, though they have not have been involved in today's protest, but of course, politically, of course, they have a lot to say, especially in the Hyderabad area. Let's bring in Devineni as well about what she thinks about the situation there. Firstly, the collapse of the infrastructure, and more importantly, how do you think that the government is dealing with it?
The mic is mute, I think.
Well, if you could unmute yourself, Ms. Devineni, if you could unmute yourself and then speak, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm sorry, Deepak. I think it's a very shameful state for us, for the Congress and the BJP today claim that, everything is being done and it's just the rains that's causing the flooding. We need to be reminded, that the KCR has stated multiple times that, I'm going to make Hyderabad the, best city in the country, and it's a global city and it's the IT hub. And it's very shameful, that 30 minutes of rain, however incessant they can be, blocks and, stops traffic for 5 to 6 hours. And I'm talking about, the IT hub that is the Gachibowli area. So these kind of excuses, and I think, Deepak, we need to be reminded that just recently the son of the Chief Minister, K.T. Ramarao, who's also the Municipal Administrator and Urban Development Minister in Telangana, he comes out and claims that they've spent 1,25,000 crores for infrastructure development, and that in their government, infrastructure development is the top priority. And this is the state of affairs where basic infrastructure, sewage and drain water drains are, not even provided for. They've not even done anything. The SNDP project that my friend is claiming very proudly has just been started 2 years back. There is some fund allocation, but I can guaranteely say that there is not one place in Hyderabad which has not flooded as on today. And this is a state of affairs in the, claimed top city in the country. And imagine the state of affairs in the rest of the state. And, there's just no master plan, even as on today, as we speak. GHMC or the state government do not have a master plan for sewage or stormwater drains. And there is absolutely even flood relief is only after everything has happened. They're trying to put their strings together and, pretend like they're trying to relieve
well, 8 people have died, so there is definitely a problem. They've been swept away because of the, the flooding waters. So there's definitely a cause of concern. But where I am really, Devineni, where I really have a concern here is because elections are around the corner. When I look at these sort of protests that are coming to the fore, is it really to highlight the inefficiency of the government? Because at a time of crisis, one would hope, as people sitting there who have casted vote for any of y'all, any of the parties there, they would hope that the representatives are out there helping the people instead of staging these protests, because it's becoming more political than anything else. Because on one hand, of course, the BRS has its own ambitions. Mr. KCR has national ambitions. He even changed his name recently. You have all of that happened. Now you have the alliances that are coming together on one hand. You have the elections here, and the Congress and the BRS seems like they're going completely at loggerheads. And of course, it's a triangular fight right now in Telangana. But, at the middle of that triangle are the people of Hyderabad. Mr.
course,
Samaram
Deepak, and this
Reddy,
is
if you could, take that, how are you going to ensure that the people are not affected?
See,
There is
Deepak,
no
First
scope
of all,
of
I
people
would-
not getting affected as on today as the things stand. There is absolutely no concentration or no work done on sewage or drainage. And it's absolutely what is happening right now in Telangana is politicking. BRS is coming out trying to prove, we are there all out when they've actually not done anything for the last 9 years in spite of the money being spent. And Congress, of course, has never been there in the picture.
Okay,
It's a failed shape all over the country.
let's have Mr. Sridhar Reddy from the BRS answer this question, because as far as elections are concerned, we do definitely see how seriously politicians take elections, because whether they take flooding in one of the your capital seriously or not, you're going to take elections seriously for sure.
Deepak, I don't know, whether the BJP representative is there in politics for the past 9 years, at least to know what happened in the past 9 years. So thing is not speaking, some good sentences. The government is, has done so much in the past 9 years as far Hyderabad stormwater drain management is concerned, as well sewerage treatment plants are concerned. There is so much of work happened. And I agree, because today floods have come because of the incessant rains, and in certain places, I should tell you, people should know, 65 centimeters rain in 7 to 8 hours in one place. There is one place called Moranchapalli in one of the districts, Bhupalpalli district. The entire area is flooded because of the rains, heavy rains and all that. So it is a situation where it is not about Telangana government or any government for that matter. We have taken immediate measures. We have alerted entire government machinery to assist the people, to protect
Well,
our
when
people.
you have a
to give them-
capital city, which you are saying is one of the premium cities, one of the best cities in the country, flood and people lose their lives.
You are saying
How
more
can you
about
say that you can't
why-
question the government here, Mr. Sridhar Reddy? Then
Did I
who
say
else?
you-
Who else do I question? Who else do the people
told
rely
you?
on then?
Wait, boss.
There
I
has to be
understand you.
infrastructure to manage the rainfall. Yes, there has been
I know you are-
extensive rainfall over the last few days. But if you have people,
Can you please-
no, go.
Can you, I know you're trying to prove
No,
yourself
but
to
your
question me very
statement where
hard.
you go on to say that the government cannot do anything, that is quite bizarre. Then who else will do it?
Who said government is not doing, cannot do anything? Are you doing? Mirror TV is doing or what? What I'm trying to tell you, please understand when I'm saying something. I'm
I'm
saying in
asking
entire
you. You're the
Hyderabad-
one who said
Even
there is
there-
flooding. We are doing enough, but there are certain situations where you cannot do anything.
No, I did not say we cannot do anything. There are incessant rains. At certain places, it is more
Okay.
than 60 centimeters. Floods have come. Government has pressed, emergency monsoon response teams in all the areas. Okay, right from police commissioner to GHMC commissioner to every department which is in service of the people are there. MLAs are there, MPs are there, public representatives are there. We are all there, and we have pressed, all other quick reaction teams also in place. But what I'm trying to tell you, when over floods happens, we have also pressed DRF teams. But there are two things I want to tell you here. As far as stormwater, management is concerned, we have done a SNDP of 1,000 crores in the past, 1.5 year, which has arrested many other problems in the past, even this time also. Many places which used to get inundated in the past, now there is no problem of that. Even Hyderabad, now you can see, I am on the road, the traffic is properly flowing. In many of the rural areas also this time, incessant rains have come, excessive rains have come, there is problem, but government is at service. That's what I'm trying to say. It is easy to criticize. It is easy to criticize. Even in the, the most developed countries also, rather in other states also, the floods, when floods have come, more rain has come, the situations will at times get worse. But the government is attending every problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It is easy to criticize. I don't condemn and I don't question why you are criticizing me.
Mr. Rammohan Reddy,
That is their job,
Reddy,
they will
the
do.
BRS
What we
says
are
that the
doing,
government
right?
is there for the people. They're attending to every single problem. Let me bring in the Congress as well. Mr. Rammohan Reddy, they are saying they're vouching for their work.
First of all, Deepak, I totally disagree with the earlier statement which you made that there is a triangle fight in Telangana. BJP is nowhere. Sorry, don't use BJP in this
that is their actual
electoral
problem.
game. There are nowhere. And especially BJP should be utterly shameful for giving a false manifesto and a false promises just before GHMC elections. Kishan Reddy was a cabinet minister there. who was under the department of giving relief fund to the Hyderabad. In fact,
Even
they
now,
promised. In
department.
fact, they promised that they would give 20,000 rupees and replace with the objects whatever the people have lost. What is the status of that promise? In fact, they are hiding in shame. They're nowhere seen in Hyderabad. After 3 years of their, opposition role in council, in fact, it is the PCC Revanth Reddy, who is also the MP of only one parliament, Malkajgiri. In fact, went to the council and addressed. Show me a single MP of BJP who went to the council and addressed the grievances of Hyderabad. Come on, let us speak the facts. BJP has got no reasons to come out and speak for the people because they deceived. They utterly failed. And BRS, bulldozing with statements will not help us. Will definitely expose our failure. Hyderabad has received 4 centimeters to 6 centimeters of rain. We are not quoting Bhupalapalli 61.5 centimeters rain. Just imagine the catastrophe. What Hyderabad would be if it has received more than 10 centimeters rain.
Well,
I'm not talking
but
about
interestingly here, while we are of course discussing the issue of the floods and the infrastructure, Mr. Ramon Reddy, I do get a sense here that the BRS and the Congress together want to attack the BJP, though the BJP of course has a lot to say as well, because you did mention as far as Hyderabad region, they need to actually be there on the ground. As far as their workers, they too need to do it.
Deepak,
Mr. Sridhar Reddy, if you want to come in, we'll just give the...
Deepak, we are in no competition with these two parties when people are in certain issues. Okay. And we are responsible government. We are, we are in government. We are responsible enough to understand the situation and do it. We are not here to gain political mileage out of these floods, basically. That is not our job. They need to be matured enough. When the politics should come in, during other times, not these kind of situations, right? Hyderabad, Congress representative is saying, Ramon is saying 4 centimeters, 6 centimeters. I don't know. But in other places, there are excessive rains. Now there are no floods in Hyderabad at all. In some places, there were there. But the system today, it is in such a way that, it is properly being addressed. So I am trying most of the problem now lying in the rural areas, that is also receding. So it is easy to criticize. That's what I'm trying to say. And my BJP friend is saying 9 years we haven't done anything. She doesn't know anything. She just knew. So this kind of, immaturity, this kind of, urgency to prove something that government is wrong. This is called irresponsibility on part of the political party.
Last time when the Hyderabad municipality, elections happened, you did make similar statements about the BJP, about them being very nascent in Hyderabad. But things didn't really go really well as far as even the Congress is concerned that time. The BRS also was almost in for a shocker there.
Deepak, what happened after that? An MLC election, graduate MLC election, where only graduates will vote. 3 districts were there, Mahabubnagar, Hyderabad, Rangareddy. BRS party defeated the sitting BJP MLC. So 1 election, 2 elections will not prove you right or wrong. Definitely, it will, give you a sense of an indication of the people's mood. We are not going to count on that. We are here to protect our people, serve our people. Today, Hyderabad is one of the most livable cities in the world.
Okay, Mr. Sridhar Reddy, I want to quickly bring in the BJP. We are short on time here. Devineni, because Ms. Devineni, I want to ask you this question because, you cannot completely say that the BRS should do its job. The government has failed in the last few years because as far as the Hyderabad municipality in particular is concerned, we're looking at a lot of flooding. The BJP is a dominant force there. So what's stopping you all from doing all the work that is needed?
Deepak, you are very much sympathetic towards BJP, it seems.
Deepak, we have 45 plus corporators, and we are on the ground, and we've been even including our state president. He's cancelled all his appointments. He's on the ground, trying to affect and address the flood areas. But I need to answer to my friend from the BRS. He calls us. We don't need to be 70-year-old like Congress. Outdated. We can be new and also make sense. And politics today and tomorrow, it's all about the nation is going to be about youngsters. So you don't have to be worried that, we are new and we won't be talking sense. But in either way, this is not the first time, Deepak, that Hyderabad is facing this kind of floods. In 2020, October, there was incessant rains more than this, 191 mm recorded. It's never happened in the history of Hyderabad, God knows from 1900s, that kind of rain. So there has never been an improvement. Just 30 minutes of rain in Gachibowli, we're not talking about the 3 days of rain, 30 minutes of rain in the IT hub, and there is traffic logjam for 5 to 6 hours. And if this is doing some work in 9 years, and if this is the work done in 9 years, then a very sorry state of affairs, in Hyderabad.
Well, the question is what work has been done by the BJP corporators in the municipality? That's also a pertinent question to know.
They just do
Are you
dharna,
saying where
nothing
your
else.
corporators are there,
Deepak,
all
one
the
minute, one
desilting
second.
work and every essential work ahead of the rain,
Deepak,
ahead
one
of the
second.
rains that came in has been done? Has the BJP done its bit as far as its corporators are concerned?
They just do, Deepak, 1 second. I suggest Hamsa to go back to Kishan Reddy today.
Mr. Sridhar Reddy, I am asking the question. Let her answer. Let her answer. I've asked her a question. Let her answer. Please hold on. Please hold on, Mr. Sridhar Reddy. Let's speak when, let's allow the others as well to speak because I've asked her a direct question.
Okay,
Please hold
fine.
on.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Deepak. All our corporators are doing everything in the funds restraints they have. It's the state government, it's the GHMC department of the state government. If I may remind you and all the viewers here today, it's the GHMC department and the state government which is responsible to do sewage and drainage works in the city and elsewhere as well. And it is the MANUD department which has claimed to have spent 1.2 lakh crores in the last 9 years doing infrastructure development. Where is that infrastructure and what is that infrastructure when the sewage and drainage has not been touched since the last 9 years? It's only now that you're claiming under the SNDP, and my friend himself claims that it's only since 1 year that they have, brought out the project, and there's hardly any impact of the project, and elections will be done, and BRS will finish its term to do anything for the people in the next few months. So there is absolutely nothing that has been done by the state government, and the responsibility lies on the state government, even though, the corporators on ground with whatever funds they have, with whatever resources they have, they are going all out to do all that is in their capacity to help the people and save them.
Okay, the BJP once again is pinning the blame on the BRS, saying that, well, we have our corporators, but the funds are not coming in. Well, we are running short of time on this debate. I thank all the guests, but overall, for the people, of course, they can well assess. Because you have corporators from the BJP there, you have corporators from the BRS predominantly who are trying to work together in a situation where this entire city is looking at a flood-like situation. And while the BRS, the Congress and the BJP fight it out because there's elections also around the corner, let's hope that the people are not made scapegoats and they somewhere will be, saved when there is a need. And at this point in time, as we come to an end when we come to the end of this particular debate, we do need to tell our viewers, of course, to stay safe while the rains continue in Hyderabad. Well, at this point in time,